I am Jen from Flip Family, and I am going to show you my husband's favorite Chinese dish, and it's called Mongolian beef. And I swear this recipe is so easy, and it's so much better than your Chinese restaurant or even your PF Chang's. Before we get on with the video, don't forget to click that subscribe button to get notified of our videos we upload every week. All right, let's go show you how to make this recipe. So first I'm going to show you the ingredients you need. You will need soy sauce, brown sugar, onions, green onions, cornstarch or arrowroot, minced garlic, and some ginger. This is powdered ginger, but you can use fresh ginger. And of course you need your beef that you just cut up in strips. Again, these are the ingredients you will need for this Mongolian beef recipe. So first you're going to dump your cornstarch into your meat, so the cornstarch helps it keep it tender. You can also use arrowroot, which is pretty much the same thing. It's a starch, just helps coat the beef and keep it juicy and soft. So next you're going to take your wok, your oil, and your garlic, and you're going to fry it first. You want to constantly mix it so it doesn't stick to your wok, and don't burn it too. So when you constantly mix it, it will help it not burn. So just mix, and then here just grabbing all the garlic, because garlic is just so good, especially fried garlic. So here you're gonna add your soy sauce into your wok and mix it, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to give it more liquid. You don't need that much. You just probably less than half cup. Just give it more liquid and let that come to a quick simmer. It'll heat up real quick because the pan is very hot. And then you want to add your brown sugar. So this is the sauce for the Mongolian beef. Super simple, right? So you're just combining your brown sugar, your soy sauce, and your garlic. And you're just going to mix it. And then you're going to put this in a separate bowl. You're going to set it aside in a separate bowl. And then we'll get on to the next step. But you want to let this simmer a bit so then all of the ingredients can combine together. So I separated out. Now I'm going to cook my beef. So I'm using the same pan so it can get up all those flavors from the soy sauce mixture. So you're going to pan fry this. These cook pretty quickly. What you want to do is cook it in batches. You don't want to put the whole thing in there, then otherwise it's not going to cook thoroughly and consistently. So I think I did like about 3 batches of this. So you're going to quickly cook. This cooks pretty fast because these are strips and it's pretty thin. So you're going to cook it on one side for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And then once it's brown on that one side, you're going to flip it over like so. So you're just going to flip it over and cook the other side. Again, it'll cook pretty quickly, probably 2 to 3 minutes. Again, you don't want to overcook it because you're going to combine it again with the sauce, so it'll continue to. And that tip I show you about the cornstarch or arrowroot makes a big difference because you want that beef to be tender and juicy. And without that, it's going to be tough and hard to eat. Again, this is my first batch, and then I'm just going to continue to cook the rest of it in batches. So I think this is the last batch. We just sped through it. So I'm just going to cook the last batch of beef before we get on to the next step. Now you're going to toss in your sliced onions. So I'm not going to clean the pan because I want to use all that flavor and all the juices from the beef, all that fat. So I'm going to just use the same pan and mix in my onions until it's translucent. And the aroma, you'll smell it. You'll know when it's ready. You want it to be soft. You don't want it to be too hard. So you're just going to just constantly mix it in your wok. Now you're gonna add in that sauce you set aside back into the wok and mix everything together. So the leftover cornstarch from the beef is actually gonna thicken the sauce, which is a good thing. So you don't have to add anything. So you're just gonna mix it until it thickens up into more of like a glazed thick sauce. You don't want it to be too liquidy. So that cornstarch helps a lot. So you're just gonna mix everything together and just let it simmer until you see it thicken up. Now I'm going to add back my beef in here and mix it into the sauce, or more of a glaze now. So just mix it together and continue to let it simmer. The sauce is just going to continue to thicken as it cooks. So at this point, your Mongolian beef dish is pretty much done. You just want to continue to watch over it. You don't want it to stick to the pan either, because the brown sugar is what makes it very sticky. So you're just going to continue to mix it. As you can see here, the simmer, the bubbles are like thick bubbles. So that's a good sign that your sauce is pretty much ready and this is ready to eat. So you want it to look like this, and then you can add your green onions. So the green onions are optional. We like to put it in here because look how vibrant it looks. It looks so amazing. My son hates green onions and picks even the littlest piece. He can spot it for some reason, but who cares? He can complain about it because the green onion just makes the dish so good. Now you're just gonna plate it. So I'm just gonna put this in a bowl and plate it on there. Oh, this is like fresh too. It's so good when it's hot, but it's also good for meal prep for the week too. But I like it fresh. It's just so good. The beef is tender. The sauce is fresh. And then sprinkle some sesame seeds for garnish too, because I'm going to take a picture of this. But yeah, this is the dish. You guys, how easy was that Mongolian beef recipe? If you don't have those ingredients, I suggest you go to your local market and stock up. And if you want to know how I meal prep, I'm actually giving away a freebie for you guys. And thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I hope you enjoy these videos. So the freebie is I'm sharing my secrets guide of how I meal prep for a family. Yes, I think meal prepping is very different for a family. So I'm sharing my secrets. And if you want that freebie, click below. I'll leave the link down below so you can grab it. All right, before we head out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.